from Runway. Hey everyone, it's your girl Jackie O, aka Lil Pumpkin Pie 05, and welcome back to my channel. New and old followers alike, thank you so much for watching. The Gucci Fall Winter collection for 2013. The ever so fabulous legend and makeup artist Pat McGrath is describing this collection as sort of like a red and burgundy palette with no brows. So I kind of wanted to stay pretty true to the look, even though it's a little different from my channel. Someone's not gonna like it, it's okay. It's okay, we're gonna get through this. Just a makeup tutorial, but you know, sometimes the the runway shows are a little out there, and yeah, the no brows thing may be kind of not in good taste for a lot of you guys, but I really wanted to stay true to the look, and because I think it's really pretty. And then I wanted to show you how it goes from runway to the wearable look that it is now. So beautiful look from the collection. Thank you for watching, everybody. Enjoy the tutorial. Bye. The first step is going to be to apply foundation. I'm using the foundation from Ellis Foss. The shade that I'm using is S107. I'm also going to be sure to apply some of that foundation on our lips for this look. So the makeup on these models are like super fair, super pale. Now I'm using my Beauty Blender sponge, and those are qualities that I obviously lack. So what I'm going to try to do is just try to create the least amount of dimension in my face. So just apply this foundation all over. And when I say the least amount of dimension, what I mean by that is like we're not going to contour, we're not going to do any of that just yet, but just make sure that you blend it all the way out and that it's all even and it's literally like all over your face. Take a finishing powder, preferably one with a teensy bit of color. The one I'm using is from Youngblood. This is the High Def powder. Especially get that over the brows and make sure you pat it well, just so that it doesn't get caked onto one specific area. I'm going to use my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. The shade I'm using is NW40, but I'm going to be mixing it in with the foundation because NW40 is lighter than me and I don't want too much of a highlight. So yeah, here's the foundation, here's the concealer. I'm going to be using 2 parts to 1 part. Sometimes it helps if you look up at the ceiling and apply your concealer because it would then kind of help your eye bulge or protrude and get all those little nooks and crannies if you have any like I do. I'm using my Youngblood powder again and a beauty puff, and I'm just pressing that on top of the concealer and getting that set into my skin. I took a little bit of those concealers and foundations that were on my hand, and I'm now going to apply them onto my eyelid. I use the BH Galaxy Chic palette. You're going to need Aphrodite eyeshadow. I'm going to add a little bit more of that on the corners of my eyes because we're going to be darkening that and smoking it out, girl, smoking it up. Take a blending brush and blend that into the Aphrodite. And then add a little bit of that also on the inner corners of your eyes. I'm also going to add a teensy bit of that along my bottom lash line because it's really smoked out down there. Use your finger and blend it out. And then also in the inner tear duct. And you can just use a regular black pencil if this is a little too uncomfortable for you. And don't worry about how the crease looks so much for now because we're going to add shadow on top of that. And then that is where our Take Me to Brazil palette comes in from BH. Let's use this matte black eyeshadow. This look is very dark and very dreary. We're gonna add a bit of that on the outer corners, the inner corners. Really be sure to blend that up into the crease. You can even add a hair of it along the bottom lash line. You're gonna take Prometheus shadow from the Galaxy Chic palette and apply it along your bottom lash line. And then smudge it out. From the Brazil palette, I'm now going to use this soft orange shadow, and that is going to be blended a tad bit along my crease. If you look closely at this eye look, you can definitely see that there's kind of like the peachish, orangey crease color that they use. I'm now using my Youngblood Eye Illuminating Duo, and I'm using the shimmer side and applying a bit of that with my fingers into my brow bone. I'm also applying a bit of that along the bridge of my nose and the high points of my cheekbones. Even popping a bit of that just below the outer corners of the eyes, right in that area. And lastly, the inner corners of my eyes. And your favorite mascara. Mine is Maybelline Lash Stiletto. Well, it's not my favorite, but it's definitely going to be the one we're using today. The final step is going to be to add a little bit of color just on the inside of the lips because they kind of look like a natural pink pout. I'm going to use my Besame lip balm. The color that I'm using is Tangerine. It has very little color. And then I'm gonna go over just a little bit more foundation one more time. So that completes look one. That's the runway version. That's the version that many of you are probably not gonna wear because it is so dark and heavy and there's no brows and ain't nobody got time for that. So in this instance, I think this will kind of depend on your personal style. Personally, I like the fact that the eye look is a little grungy and messy and I'm okay with that. I think personally, I would probably just take a 224 blending brush, and this is from MAC, and I would probably just kind of like blend it out around the outer corners a little bit more and soften some of those lines a little bit. And I don't mind the darkness either on the bottom lash line, so I'm going to leave that. I'm definitely going to fill in these brows. I'm first using the Strut brow pencil, and this is from MAC. Then on top of that, I use Spiked brow pencil. I'm going to use a brow brush and just soften them just a teensy weensy. I'm using NARS Dolce Vita blush because she's pink and I want something pink. We already have a cheekbone highlight, remember, because we applied that earlier. And I'm just going to dust a bit of Dolce Vita right on the apples of my cheeks. Add a little bit of color. I'm going to now line my lips with a brown lip pencil. As usual, my favorite cork from MAC. To be honest with you, I don't even know what the name of this lipstick is because the label came off, which is really annoying. But I want to say that it is Faux from MAC, so I'm just going to go with that. It's Faux, and it's a soft pink. Add a nude lip gloss on top. See-through from MAC. So loud outside, oh my god. That looks really cute. Okay, for me, that's it. That's what makes it everyday wearable. Maybe a little heavy for some people's liking, but you know, I consider myself a pretty bold makeup wearer. So when it comes to stuff like this is like natural makeup for me. It's not that deep. I hope that you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Mwah. Thank you guys for watching. Google some of the pictures and please check out my blog so you can see more pictures of the look, and you can also see pictures of the inspiration because it's a really, really gorgeous collection. So beautiful. And I thought it would be kind of nice to see how it looked on our darker skin complected ladies. So thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all later. Bye.